Okay, good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to talk about narrative text. But before we discuss about our topic for today, it's better for you to know the basic competence of learning these materials. The basic competence of this material is kita bisa membedakan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, unsur kebahasaan dari beberapa teks naratif, lisan dan tulis dengan memberi dan meminta informasi terkait cerita pendek sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. Next, di indikator kita diminta untuk mampu mengidentifikasi struktur teks naratif, dan yang kedua mengidentifikasi unsur bahasa pada teks naratif seperti penggunaan time conjunction dan frasa preposisi waktu. Okay, what is narrative text? Narrative text is a story, an imaginative story or a fictive story to entertain people, readers, listener, or the viewers. Okay. Do you know what is the example of narrative text? Yeah, the example of narrative text is legend, folktale, fable, fairy tale, science fiction, and myth. Okay. What is the social function of narrative text? It is purpose to amuse or entertain the reader with a story. We also can take a moral value of every character, which is bad or good, which we need to do or which is not good to do. Next, the generic structure of narrative text is divided mainly into three parts. The first one, orientation, complication, and resolution. The fourth one is coda or reorientation, but it is optional. We can use it or not. Orientation consists tell about the opening of the paragraph, where the characters and the time and place setting are introduced. We can answer this question to make an orientation of the narrative text. When and where does the story happen or take place? Second one, who are the characters? Next one is complication. Complication is a part where the problem in the story develop or arise. What problems are faced by the main characters? The third one, resolution. Where are the problem in the story is solved, or it is containing problem solving. How did the characters solve their problems? And the last one, an optional. What can we learn, or what lesson do we get from the story? Next, language features of narrative text. Narrative text mainly use past tense. We use past participle, loved, called, promised, and etc. Next one, it use adverb of time. Once upon a time, one day, a long, long time ago, there was a time, and etc. Next one, time conjunction. When, then, suddenly, first, second, finally, and etc. In narrative text, we should talk about the specific characters, not the general. For example, Cinderella, Snow White, Alibaba, and Nestor, and etc. It also uses action verb, a verb that shows an action: ate, walked, bought, flight, and etc. It uses direct and indirect speech. This is signs with double apostrophe to describe the direct and indirect speech. The direct speech used in narrative text is in form of present tense. Okay, here we are. This is the example of narrative text in form of fairy tale. Why this text is called as fairy tale? Because in the story we can find a fairy. The legend, the difference between the legend and folk tale. The legend, we can see the proof about the story which is told by people, but in fairy tale we cannot see any proof to be as the proof of the story. The legend, for example, we can, let's say Malin Kundang from Sumatra and Gunung Tangkuban Perahu. These two kind of story is called as legend because we can see things that can use as a proof that the story has happened and take place. But when we talk about Timun Mas and Putri Nyale from Lombok, we cannot see any place or things that can be as a proof that story has happened. Okay, let's observe this story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, this is called as Adverb of Time. There was a beautiful girl called Cinderella. Was and called is called as past tense. Cinderella is specific characters, and so on. Okay, I think it's enough for our lesson today. I hope it is useful for your reference in studying English, especially the narrative text. Thank you and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.